You know, if you look at Ezra and Nehemiah, they rebuilt the wall around Israel. We realized that it was important for members of Congress to come together and pray. And there was a room, 219, that was just off from the House floor. And we got that room so that we could go in there and pray for the country. As we cast our first votes, we then go in and literally get down on our knees and pray that God would restore our land.
If we have issue with how America's being run, we have the power to change it.
Prayer Caucus has been a great way to bring together members of Congress. We leave political labels at the door. We come together and let's just pray for wisdom.
Whether you are the furthest on the right or the furthest on the left, you're all of one size in that room before God.
We need to call the nation back to prayer.
It's our duty and responsibility to join together and unite.
But what we're absolutely united on is the need for us to restore America.
In the essentials, unity, and the non-essentials, liberty, and all things, charity. We've got to define what the essentials are that we can coalesce around and to say, you know what? We're going to stand firm with one another in prayer and seeing a deliverance here.
These are very difficult times in our country, difficult times in our world.
You're not going to find your solutions in man.
Even though life may throw us challenges, that we always have to remember that we put our trust in God.
If we fail in this country, it is a great danger to the whole world that's seeking to step into the light of freedom.
The problems that we have right now are not going to be solved on the floor of the House or the Senate.
Each one of us has to do our part to transform and change this culture.
I think God is really looking at us and saying, I need you. It's time for us to stand up and say, I'm ready to be those leaders.
As we all move together, that we move together in step.
God is in charge, and that we are here to try to carry out His will.
For this nation to stay great,
we need for people to pray.
Help us. Fight for the country.
They pray for us here in Congress that we will continue to seek God's will.
As surely as your prayers are heard, they're felt in Washington, D.C.
Silence is consent.
This is a wake-up call for us.
We need this kind of revival of people turning back to God.
It's the only thing that's going to put us back on the right course.
We do have a history.
Our founding fathers, they pledged their life.
To them, that really meant something because they were literally signing their own death warrants.
What great cost was paid so that we could have this very precious thing called freedom.
We cannot do it on our own strength. We need the supernatural hand of God.
God can always take a small group of people committed to Him, and He can change the course of history with them.
The true source of power is not found in the halls of Congress or the chambers of the Supreme Court or the West Wing of the White House, but it's found in the power of prayer.
And so what we realized is not to build a physical wall around the country, but to build a spiritual prayer wall.